Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Members of the media, thank you for honoring our invite and welcome to this media briefing. The intention behind today's briefing is to highlight some of the progress that we have made to date in the last 6 months and map out the way forward as we move towards the election on 27 October of this year. On 30th of October 2020, I took an oath of office as the Executive Mayor of the city of Tshwane. I took this vow fully aware of the mammoth task that was before us to restore hope to Tshwane residents through quality service delivery. It is worth emphasizing the fact that had the Democratic Alliance not taken the decision to place the city under administration to court, it would still be under administration today. It was only through a Section 18.3 application that we made to the courts, which noted the urgency to implement the North Gauteng High Court judgment that the council in Tshwane be reinstated, that saw the administrators vacate their posts in the city. Currently, we are still waiting on the final Constitutional Court judgment, which will conclude on this matter, and we expect will likely reaffirm the principles made by the Gauteng North High Court when it was ruled that the decision to place the city under administration was unlawful. The city we inherited had been badly neglected by the administrators that had been appointed by the provincial government. We found that in many cases core service delivery had effectively stopped. Furthermore, the city finances are in a dire strait, requiring urgent attention. The stabilization of the city was further complicated, of course, by the broader challenges posed by COVID-19. I think you would all agree with me that 6 months is not a great deal of time. Thus, in order to turn around the city, we had to focus our attention on core service delivery issues. We found a massive budget deficit of over 4 billion rand in the city at the end of June last year. The deficit continued when we took office in November 2020. The budget for the new financial year was already 2 billion rand in deficit. This was due to the administrators' unfunded budget. Collection levels had dropped to as low as 75% in some months when the administrators were in office. Recently, we have managed to make significant progress in this regard and reported a 90% collection level during the month of March. We still have a long road to travel, but stabilizing the city's revenue collection is a crucial deliverable in this regard. It is also why we are pushing the implementation of prepaid electricity meters across the city, as this will help to stabilize billing and provide sustainable revenue. When revenue levels are stable and consistent, it is a strong affirmation of the leadership of the city. This in turn helps us to strengthen our relationship with financial institutions, improve our credit ratings, access finance and direct it towards the growth in the city. While working to balance the finances of the city, it has been crucial to also reinitiate core service delivery. In the 6 months that we have been in office, our priority focus has been on ensuring we deliver on the city's core mandate. We embarked on this goal of quality service delivery guided by our 10-point plan, which focuses on the following areas. The first one is prioritization of the electrical grid and water infrastructure. 2, implementation of a robust COVID-19 management strategy. 3, creating a reliable waste and refuse removal service. 4, providing stringent financial management and oversight. 5, enhancing city safety and emergency services. 6, promoting employment and economic growth in the city. 7, supporting the vulnerable and providing social relief. 8, fast-tracking development by cutting red tape. 9, expansive financial cost-cutting across city processes. 10, maintain and expand road infrastructure. On a day-to-day basis, the city has basic operations which it cannot compromise on. This involves various activities, among which are responding speedily to electrical outages and water leaks, repairing potholes, cutting grass, clearing illegal dumping, repair street lights, and responding to down traffic signals. This became our core focus through weekly tracking so we could ensure that we responded adequately to customer complaints and provided visible service delivery to our residents. In our short time in office, we have cut over 55 million square meters of grass and over 13,000 potholes have been repaired. We have also repaired more than 82,000 streetlights. Further to that, we have mapped out the streetlights across the city and we continuously track illumination levels. We are also working continuously to increase the response times to electricity failures. Our water and sewerage teams have also been focused and strategic in their efforts to repair water infrastructure. To date, over 11,000 sewers have been unblocked and over 20,000 water leaks have been repaired. If we fix electrical infrastructure, we reduce financial losses. The same is true for water infrastructure, as the revenue loss as a result of water leaks is significant. We have also made significant strides in dealing with high levels of strategic matters. The first phase of the multi-year project to upgrade the Roival wastewater treatment works is on track, and the overall progress is at 48%, with the contractor expecting to be more than 50% done by the end of this financial year. The Roival wastewater treatment works is the biggest water treatment plant in Tshwane and purifies 45% of the city's wastewater. It will remain in operation during the upgrades project. This second phase is due to start in the 2021-22 financial year and will provide an additional 80 megalitres of treatment capacity per day to facilitate new developments in its catchment area for the next 20 to 30 years. I'm also pleased to announce that the Bavian wastewater treatment works project is 88% complete and is on track for completion. This 41 million rand project will restore the additional treatment capacity needed for the plant to ensure that the treated effluent released into the Pinas River complies with national standards. This will stop further pollution of the Pinas River and the Roival Dam downstream. 6 months ago, I announced the introduction of a development application management system, which will assist in electronically managing certain city planning and land development applications. That system is now live and already taking applications. We intend to communicate further on its functionality in the future. Moving to roads and transport, we are very excited in extending the Arayeng operations with the planned launch of the Line 2B route from the CBD to Menlyn. We anticipate that the route will be operational by the end of this month. We have also prioritized interventions pertaining to Wonderboom Airport. The capital city must have a commercially viable and well-administrated airport. Through continued engagements with Airports Company South Africa, we are plotting the way forward for the airport. Our Tshwane cleanup campaigns have also taken us to various parts of the city where we have partnered with local communities and organizations to clean their neighborhoods. Just this week, I was in Olivenhoutsbos with Move 1 Million, a grassroots NGO. We will continue to roll out these campaigns each month well into the future. Moving to matters of security and safety, I remain committed to seeing through the launch of the first dedicated inner-city policing unit in a major metropolitan city in the country. We have secured a site for a satellite Tshwane Metro Police Department station, which will be based in the inner city and be supported by 100 Tshwane Metro Police departmental officers. We will give more detail when we launch this soon. The City of Tshwane COVID-19 ward-based outreach campaign team are continuing to visit regions as part of its weekly screening and testing of community members in areas identified as COVID-19 hotspots. These visits are informed by a data-driven and analytics approach which directs resources to ensure we respond to problematic areas as they arose. Our recent tracking indicates that the city is witnessing sustained increases in active cases, which is being witnessed across the country as well. We have seen the number of active cases in the city almost doubling from a week ago. We remain cautious and mindful of the possibility of a full-blown third wave of infections. We are also working closely with the Gauteng provincial government in terms of the vaccination rollout and planning to provide whatever support is needed. Before the city was placed under administration, there had been a number of months where council as a governance structure was not functioning properly. I'm pleased to note that in the last 6 months, all of the city council's meetings have convened properly and deliberated carefully on reports. We have had robust debates on items, and collectively, the political parties in Tshwane are working together to make sure that council functions and delivers on its legislative duties. We also continue to utilize hybrid meetings for council, where a limited number of councillors are present in the chamber while the larger majority connect online via Teams. This has ensured that the work of council is not hampered by the impact of COVID-19. We have come a long way indeed, and we are grateful that council has been functional so far. President Cyril Ramaphosa has announced that the local government elections will take place on Wednesday, 27 October of this year. This will be the 6th time under South Africa's democratic dispensation that voters will elect leadership and public representatives at metropolitan, district, and local government level. The DA-led administration welcomes this announcement and echoes the call for all eligible residents to check their registration status. Between now and the elections, my core focus will be on ensuring stability in the city and guiding the administration towards the elections. Next week, on 20 May, I will be delivering the budget speech for the city, and the following week, council will then vote on the budget for the next financial year. This is another crucial element in restoring stability in the city. In contrast to last year, where the budget was largely inaccessible and approved well out of the required legislative timelines, this year we have prioritized trying to drive robust engagement on the budget through as many platforms as possible. Local government must be inclusive and must be accessible, which is what I have sought to emphasize over the last few months. It is crucial that we restore hope to the residents of Tshwane and demonstrate to them that we are committed towards prioritizing their needs. We must rebuild trust across the city. That is my message to you after 6 months in office. I thank you.